Hello class, today we're going to learn property plant and equipment. So in short, it is PPE. Adjustment. So we're going to see different adjustment on PPEs. One word that we should understand about measurement of property, plant and equipment is that these property, plant and equipment are part of the fixed assets, or sometimes known as the non-current assets, and they do depreciate, they lose value. So the very important word that you should know is depreciation, and depreciation is loss of value due to so many factors that you're going to see. So after 1 year elapsed, you'll see that this PPEs depreciates, it loses value. Now let's see what is depreciation. So depreciation is the loss of cost, the loss of value on a non-current assets. And we want to see the reasons. Why do they lose value? So reasons for depreciation. Reasons for depreciation. One of the reasons is to ascertain the correct value of fixed assets. So reasons for providing for depreciation. Why do we provide for depreciation? Reasons as to why is because enable us to ascertain the correct value of assets, another thing is to ascertain the correct net profit, net profit. You know, depreciation is deducted from the gross profit, and therefore as we deduct, we get the net profit. So if we don't put the correct figure, we will have a different net profit. It also facilitates a trader to know whether dispose his assets at a loss or no. So enables a trader to know whether there is profit or loss on disposal of fixed assets. You know, when they are sold, sometimes you can sell at a profit, sometimes you can sell at a loss. And then it facilitates decision making. So facilitate decision making by the management. By the management. Let me write this way. Now, so it facilitates that. Another thing that you should know, that it helps in the presentation of true financial position. So when we'll be preparing the final statement, it will reflect a true position, because in final statement, you're going to see the assets. And therefore, if we don't depreciate, this means we reduce their value by what they have lost. We will not have the correct figure. So it is used in the presentation of financial position. Or sometimes known as the balance sheet. Another thing that you should also know, that it helps to ascertain return of assets. So there is what we call facilitation of return return of assets. Therefore, budgetary replacement, so that you can budget for budgeting for replacement. If management would like to replace these assets, then they need to budget for it. So you must calculate the loss of value of those property, and then we see now we can replace them with the new ones. Now, class, let's go to the causes. What causes this depreciation? So causes for depreciation. Let's see cause number one. One is physical factors. And in the physical factors, we are talking about the wear and tear. When these PPs or non-current assets are exposed to harsh climatic condition, they do what we call wear and tear. They lose value. They do depreciate. So the loss of value due to another reason is due to overuse. So they wear and tear when we overuse. So wear and tear due to overuse. When you overuse an asset, it loses value. The same on physical factor. There is also decay. When these fixed assets are exposed to decay or rot or rust, when they are exposed to harsh climatic condition, so due to harsh weather condition, so that is one of the two of them are the physical factors that causes loss of value of fixed assets. Let us now look on economic factors. So it is another factor that causes depreciation. So factor number one was physical. Number two is the economic factors. Economic factors. So this means that under economic factors, inadequacy, some items lose value due to them becoming inadequate. When, for example, we have heavy machineries that are very inadequate, they are not enough that everyone should have. So this makes them now to be overused, and due to that, they do lose value. Another thing is under economic factor, when there is an improved equipment, a new technology equipment, it can lead to the old technological equipment to lose value due to not overuse. So sometimes when you overuse, or if we don't use, if these PPEs are left without being serviced and maintained, they lose value. Then let's see the third factor. The third factor is time factor. So let's see how it causes depreciation. So this is another factor, time factor. Under this, we're going to see that PPEs or non-current assets, some of assets have a legal fixed useful life and lose value as a result of passage of time. When if an asset is left unused, its value fall with the passage of time. So we are talking about time factor. When, for example, we use a vehicle, a motor vehicle, it will reach a point when, even if we are servicing or maintaining them, it will reach a point when it just loses value. Imezeeka. It can even lead to scrap value when we just dispose them as a scrap because it has been used for a longer period of time. So class, so those are the factors, just few of them. There are so many factors, and I want you to research more on the factors that causes depreciation. Now let's look on the methods of depreciation, methods of depreciation that we are going to use. Methods of depreciation. Let us list them. So one is, there is what we call the stretch line method. Another one, there is what we call the reducing balance method. Reducing balance method. Another one, we have what we call depreciation and time factor. And time factor. And other under depreciation and time factor, we'll have one, a full-time depreciation. So we have under that we have a depreciation full-time. So full-time depreciation. And then we have what we call pro rata policy. So pro rata policy. So there are so many again. but we're going to, based on